Greetings, I'm pro saxophonist Jamie Anderson. This is Get Your Sax Together, bringing you high quality sax knowledge straight from the pro stage. Now, if you've ever wondered what those weird musical symbols are, you know, like the ones you see on dodgy ties from the 1980s, then stay tuned, because in this free lesson for complete beginners of any instrument, I'm going to teach you how to read music. This free sax lesson is part 5 of my series for complete beginners. You can find the other parts on the card up there. And as usual, if you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe down below and ring the bell. Alright, let's learn how to read music. So I could go on and on about the history of music, you know, cuneiform tablets from Mesopotamia, Byzantium hook and banner notation, 9th century monastic plain chant notated with neumes, Guido d'Arezzo and his 11th century 4-line stave. But I won't bother, because frankly, you know all that stuff anyway, right? Right, we've got a lot to learn, so without further ado, I'm going to jump behind the screen. Let's go. So you're looking at a stave. This is the 5 parallel lines that virtually all music is written on. The notes, represented by circles, are going to be placed on the lines and in the spaces of the stave, with higher notes near the top and lower notes near the bottom. You read music just like you would a book, one line at a time, going left to right. So before we can put any notes on the stave, we need a thing called a clef, which is a symbol repeated at the start of every line of music. There are several different types of clef. You can think of a clef as a kind of code that calibrates what range of notes the stave is. But if you play sax, the good news is you only ever need to deal with a treble clef, which looks like this. We use the first 7 letters of the alphabet, A to G, to give us the main note names. Those 7 notes can be modified with flats or sharps in various ways to give us 12 notes in total, but that is for a later lesson. For the meantime, we're just dealing with the 7 main notes. The note names can be easily remembered with 2 simple rhymes, one for the lines and one for the spaces. The rhyme for the lines, going from the bottom line to the top line, is every good boy deserves football. E, G, B, D, F. That's one of the most popular rhymes, but honestly, you could have any rhyme you want. How about 11 greedy beavers drink Fanta? The spaces are even easier. From bottom to top, they spell the word face. F-A-C-E. That means that the notes across the whole stave from bottom to top are E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Awesome, so now we know what notes to play, let's explore how rhythms are notated. Each line of music is divided into bars. Each bar is fenced off with vertical bar lines. The top number of the time signature tells us how many beats are in each bar. The top number of this time signature is 4, so there are always 4 beats in every bar. Okay, quick recap. Music is chopped up into equal segments called bars, and the time signature, which only appears once at the start of the first line, tells you how many beats there are in each bar. Okay, on to the different note lengths now. I'll give you the American names for note lengths, which make perfect sense, and the British names, which make no sense. A note that's hollow is called a whole note and lasts for 4 beats. In a 4/4 time signature, that note lasts the whole bar. The UK name for that is a semi-breve. A note that's hollow but has a stem is called a half note and is worth 2 beats. In a 4/4 time signature, that note takes up half the bar. We call that a minim. A note with a stem that's filled in is called a quarter note and lasts for 1 beat. In a bar of 4/4, there are 4 quarter notes. We call that a crotchet. And finally for now, a filled in note head with a stem with a twiddly bit on the tail is called an 8th note and lasts for half a beat. In a bar of 4/4, there are 8 8th notes. We call that a quaver. Multiple 8th notes in a row have stems connected with a beam. So, in summary, a whole note, 4 beats long. Half note, 2 beats long. Quarter note, 1 beat. 8th note, half a beat. Congratulations, now you know the basics of how to read music, which note to play, and how long it lasts for. Let's see how it unfolds in a real example then. I'm not sure if my Final Cut Pro skills are going to stretch to a animated bouncing Disney Mickey or anything like that, but I'll have a go. Right, this is what Mary Had a Little Lamb looks like, written out in treble clef. So now you know the absolute basics of how to read music. However, there's a lot more to the equation that we haven't even touched on yet, like rests, key signatures, dynamics, 16th notes, chords, phrasing and articulation, tempo information, and so much more, but that's all for another day. So I hope you enjoyed this video learning how to read music. As usual, if you enjoyed the content, please subscribe down below, check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you next time on Get Your Sax Together.